Special edition of Good Day Seattle live from Bonney Lake starts right now.
And we are here on Lake Taps in Bonney Lake, and this is one of the coolest scenes yet for our zip trip. We are heading out all summer long to enjoy scenes like this. Bill, we have the music playing behind us, and we have so much of our team here to cover this awesome community this morning.
Yeah, the local band, Bryan Bach and The Crossroads, providing their musical stylings for us this morning. It's a big party. It's the 75th anniversary of Lake Bonney this year, and we are celebrating Bonney Lake this morning. You know, I came down early yesterday, played a round of golf, and got to meet so many people in the community. And the thing that kept coming back to me was that idea of community. And I mean that in the larger sense. People looking out for each other and organizations working to make this community better. There really is a lot to love here in Bonney Lake.
Well, definitely come down to Bonney Lake. It is still early, so if you're just tuning into us, Bill, here, you can get down. We're rocking out to the music, and there's so much to love about Bonney Lake. And we want to introduce you now to the mayor, Terry Carter, who's lived here for 24 years in this area, just promoted to lieutenant here, and just talked about what we have going on. What people can't see behind the scenes right now is we already have a crowd going on, so you can tell people love this community.
Oh, yeah. It's a great community. People want to be around. They want to volunteer. They want to hang out at the park here and spend their time. Anytime you can spend time around the lake, it's a great time.
Oh, heck yeah. Now you are a lieutenant with the Pacific Police Department, but it's interesting because you've decided to make this your home. What is it that sets this community apart?
You know, it's a small town atmosphere of Bonney Lake and being up on the plateau here, and the community and the neighborhoods and whatnot. People have been here forever. We've just been part of that family, I guess I would say. My wife grew up in Buckley, you know, just down the road. I came from Renton, and she brought me out here, and we stuck. We've raised our kids here. They went to the White River School District, which there's actually two school districts in the city. You have Sumner Bonney Lake School District and White River School District. So depending on where you live, you might go to one or the other.
So you talk about the community. You're very involved in it. Your wife's involved to it. You say she's a professional volunteer. That's her job. She works at Good Roots Northwest, volunteering there at the food bank. Talk to us about that and the market feel of how it feels different than just a food bank.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job. They have property down 410 where they have a market which actually feels like a grocery store when you get to walk in there. So you don't feel like you're in a line at a food bank, you know, if you need some services, you need some extra help. And anybody can use it. So, you know, if you're short that month or whatnot, you know, some of us, if you spend a lot of money on all your different things and something goes wrong and you need help, a hand up rather than a hand out type of thing, they're there for you. You can jump in there and do that. And then they brought forth their new locker program. So they have lockers out there. They have lockers in the city. So you can put in your order. You can go to the locker, get it maybe when the food bank's not open, right? So if you're working full time and you need to show up at, 9 o'clock at night, you can do that.
That's fantastic. And we're going to get into that a little bit later. It's a first of its kind program, I understand, in the United States, where they have the lockers where you can go and get the food that you have ordered. A fantastic idea to keep them engaged in reading through the summer. So when we were, commissioned to come down here to Bonney Lake for this zip trip, I had two questions. First, and a little bit of a fun fact. So there are two public lakes that you can boat on around here. Lake Taps, right here behind us here, and then Lake Bonney. But the town is called Bonney Lake. Why is it Bonney Lake when there's Lake Bonney? Hopefully we're going to get an answer to that. We have trivia coming up. And then my other question was, where is the quintessential place to eat in town?
Oh, we're going to have that. Bryan, of course, is going to get in on that action. And then we're also going to talk to the band coming up. They're giving us some killer music here this morning to get this party started. Stay with Bach 13 on our zip trip here on Good Day Seattle. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Bill and Aaron here, and we've got one of the best parts of the morning. We're going to be rocking out here, and we're introducing the band. Yeah, we've been rocking out all morning long for sure, especially in the commercial breaks. We are looking at the band that's playing here right on Lake Taps. This is Bryan Bach and the Crossroads. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Tell us about your band and how you came to be. You've got 5-6 people in this band, and it's been such a pleasure to enjoy you this morning on this zip trip.
So we reformed 2 years ago, got some new members, included my wife Samantha, and we've just been playing shows and trying to get out there as much as possible. So thanks again for the opportunity to have us out here.
And how great is it to play this kind of Seattle bluesy rock style here in front of all these people in the community? What you can't see behind the camera is we have a ton of people here watching.
Yeah, it's great. I'm glad everybody's enjoying it.
Yeah, for sure. Now, what are you going to feature for us today? And you're going to be playing all weekend?
We're playing for the next hour right now. We have a show coming up in July the 12th at Enumclaw at the Yellow Beak. Yeah. So that's our next upcoming show. And we're going to be playing some blues originals for the next hour for you guys.
Okay, now I know Bill has a voice. I don't really have a voice. Bill does karaoke. Come on now.
I can't sing really, but I will get up on stage and perform with any band that will let me.
So we're wondering, are you going to let Bill sing with you ever?
If he wants to come up, he's more than welcome to.
Okay, so talk to us about the next song that you're going to riff on here, that you're going to get going to rock out here on Lake Taps.
I think this next one we're going to play is called Sinkin' Fast, and you can find it on our Spotify and online. Just look us up, Bryan Bach and the Crossroads.
Perfect. Well, we're going to enjoy some of your live music. We're going to talk.
Man, it's making me hungry.
Oh, I know.
Holy smokes,
my
we're stuck here in the park. We got to get over there.
We've got the scratch kitchen-style cooking. I love that. I love the healthiness of it. But, it may not be so healthy when you're slopping on all the sauce, but it is sure good going down. It is. I'm going to stop by on the way out.
We got to get an answer to this question.
I know.
Lake Bonney is one of the lakes here in the area, but the town is called Bonney Lake. Adam, you got to help us with some trivia here. We got to get to the bottom of this, pal. Okay, Adam, okay, we got to get an answer on this. Okay, the lake is Lake Bonney. The city is Bonney Lake. Adam is going to do some research on this. We're going to get an answer on this by the end of the hour.
For sure. Well, I have to tell you that I have a family member who lives in California, and when I met her, she married into the family. You know what her name is? Bonney Lake.
Did they name the city after her, perhaps?
Maybe we'll have to figure that out.
We'll have to get that answer.
There is so much more coming up. We've got the band rocking and rolling. We talked to the mayor here, and now we're going to talk to, after the break, Good Roots Northwest about their program and what they're doing in this community to help people get the food that they need. That's all coming up on our zip trip here on Good Day Seattle from Bonney Lake.
Good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us here on Good Day Seattle. We are live from Bonney Lake until 10 a.m. this morning, and we're really highlighting all the amazing things that are happening here in the Bonney Lake community, and it really is about community here. We talked a little bit about the local food bank. Good Roots Northwest. Stacy Cernich is the CEO of Good Roots Northwest. This is a unique approach to a food bank, and maybe the first of its kind in the entire country. Explain how it works.
Good Roots Northwest is located right on the 410 highway on a beautiful historic farm that we renovated. It looks like a metropolitan market. When you go in, our vision for that space was that no kid in our community would ever know they had been to a food bank, and what might that look like. And so it really is a proof of concept of what that looks like. In addition to that, we have these refrigerated Amazon-style lockers that our customers can pick up, shop online any time of day and night, which is so incredible for people that have 2 or 3 jobs trying to keep their home in this economy. It's pretty incredible.
And I imagine, too, folks who are dealing with food insecurity, it gives them a sense of privacy, right? I mean, they can go to the locker, they can pick their items out online, and so they don't really have to stand in a line or whatever.
Yeah, we don't believe in lines at Good Roots Northwest. We also believe that there is a cure for food insecurity and that localized food systems can be healed. We do a ton of work with local farmers within just 10 miles of our farm, and really connecting farmers back to their community in that way. And it's a beautiful thing.
And I think that's what people love about this particular opportunity for them. I saw some quotes. I save my gas money so that I can drive here. It's worth it because I find the ingredients I need to make healthy foods. Others say, I love the market. It's all local foods and it from the farmers that they see in and around their community. How passionate and prideful are you with that?
Oh, it's the most incredible thing to connect those two relationships because, farmers work their, blood, sweat, and tears to steward their land. It's not easy to be a farmer in the state of Washington. They're going extinct. And a lot of that is because not everybody can afford local food. So this is a way that a nonprofit can help be part of that healing and bring them together. So for a farmer, it's incredibly gratifying to know that they can serve their entire community for once.
All right, we continue to roll on here on our zip trip in Bonney Lake, and we are going to talk with David Wells. You are the Recreation Special Events Manager here, and we brought you in today to talk about some really cool things going on, Tunes at Taps, and all the other events that you plan in this community.
Yeah, it's an exciting summer this year. We're starting off July 10th with Victims of Love, which is a local band. They're an Eagles tribute band. And we have members of the Tacoma Corvette Club that are coming out, and they'll have about 25 to 30 Corvettes come out. And we will have summer concerts going all through the summer, all the way up until Bonney Lake days, when we're going to end the summer with a big fireworks presentation to celebrate 75 years.
That's fantastic. And you get some pretty good crowds out here as well.
We regularly draw between about 1,500 to 2,000 people coming out to our Allen York Park events. It's pretty fun nights.
And you're doing this all through the summer, and the markets go from 5 to 8. The music is 6:30 to 8, and that is on Wednesdays once a week or throughout?
Every Wednesday from July 10th all the way through August.
Yeah, and I see you got a great lineup, so people can look ahead. What is the best part about this community doing things like this and getting a lot of people out, a safe environment, but you're enjoying music and the lifestyle and the culture with other people that you live here and maybe work with?
It's great to see people coming out and enjoying live music in the park and just sitting out and having community time together. So they have an opportunity to support the local vendors, support live musicians, and give back to the community through some of our organizations that are nonprofits doing fundraising events at our events.
Community. I keep hearing that word, and hanging around town for the last 24 hours, I keep hearing about how people really care about each other, and the community wants to come together and celebrate this great spot. What's the best part about living in Bonney Lake for you?
Seeing how, as you've said, community, how everybody does come together in a time of need. I'm also on our Lions Club. We have a clothing bank for kids, and everybody, when there's somebody that needs something, they come together.
Yeah,
and
looking out for each other. I love that. That is fantastic.
Thank
you so much.
Thanks
for all the great work you're doing. Okay, Adam Dirk, I knew I could count on you, man. I knew I could count on you. We finally have an answer to the trivia question, the burning question. Lake Bonney? Why are we in Bonney Lake? Adam.
Well, so, yeah, Bill, exactly. We're going to get to the bottom of this because I'm talking with Joanne Taylor. She happens to be the president of the Bonney Lake Historical Society. Joanne, Bonney Lake or Lake Bonney? Give us the details. What do we need to know here?
Okay. It was by Ken Simmons, who was a developer around here into real estate, and he was Scottish. And being so, he said Bonney was a beautiful place to live.
And from there, we go from Bonney being beautiful, Bonney to Bonney Lake, and we take Bonney over Lake Bonney instead.
That is
okay.
Correct.
So, Joanne, how long have you been the president of the society?
I have been the president probably about 12 years.
Okay, and you were telling me that there's also going to be a new museum opening up here in a couple months. Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, we are moving into a museum that's about 900 feet from where we are. It's a module, and it's got brand new carpeting, and we are moving in next week, and we'll start opening up our displays, and our museum should be outstanding. It's a good place to learn about the history of Bonney Lake, and it'll have a lot of displays and pictures and people talking, and so it should be pretty good.
Fantastic. Joanne Taylor, president of the Historical Society. Guys, we're getting to the bottom of all the Bonney Lake details and history and trivia. Back on over to you.
Adam, thank you so much. If ever there was anybody to put on the job to get the answer, Lake Bonney, Bonney Lake, we got it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. And we're going to do this with every... We're going to send Adam out to get all the details of the questions that we can't answer here.
Burning questions.
Oh, for sure.
The really important one.
Oh, but we have so much more. We have Carly and Bryan out and about, and Carly's going to be at a music academy, and Bryan is going to be at Rainier Valley Coffee, and I think he's making maybe a signature drink.
A signature drink just for us this morning. It's all still coming up on Bonney Lake Live here on Good Day Seattle as we celebrate Bonney Lake. She's so talented. What can she do? So tomorrow they're going to have a big boat parade here on Lake Tapps, and I might be the grand marshal of the thing. What have I gotten myself into? We're going to talk with the head of the Lake Tapps Boaters Club when we come back. So joining us now is Dwayne Bradfold. He is the head of the Lake Tapps Boaters Club. What have I gotten myself into?
Oh, you wait till tomorrow. First
Oh, wow.
the coveted Lake Tapps Boaters Group.
Super cool.
This is our 7th year we just started out as a Facebook group. We're almost 5,000 members. And we got together and said, let's throw a parade. So this is our 7th year. We have businesses from all over donate, excuse me, prizes to the boat parade. Seattle Ballooning kicked in a couple of tickets for the air balloons.
Oh, that's great.
Boat shops kick in. A lot of businesses.
And so prizes for, what are we competing?
Well, you're going to have to pick 2 prizes. You're going to have to pick your favorite boat, and you're going to have to pick the favorite dock, because some of the people that aren't in the parade decorate docks around the lake.
Well, how fun is that?
And this is the funnest part is getting ready for the parade to start. Everybody will gather, and it's just like a circus.
Yeah, and so it starts at noon tomorrow, is that right?
No, 11:30.
11:30. Well, I don't want to be late.
And I think you have to shoot the flare gun off to start it.
Oh, boy.
Man, all these
He gets to kick off. It's kind of like the kickoff to the festivities for the summer, right? This
Absolutely.
is how you're decorated all up here. It's the kickoff.
We
to the
always
4th of
say
July.
summer starts on the 4th of July, so we get this out of the way.
Well,
and
we look forward to it. Dwayne, thank you so much for your time.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
You better believe it. A lot more to come here live from Bonney Lake. Coming up. Back to Good Day Seattle live from Allen York Park in Bonney Lake. We have a special guest with us here.
Yep.
Let me know if this sounds familiar at all. You're watching the Mega Pole. That does sound vaguely familiar. Joey Pepin is the voice of Fox 13, and you are a local guy.
Yeah.
And tell us how you became the voice of Fox 13.
Well, I auditioned through my agent, and your creative service people selected me out of, I don't know, probably 50 other people. You know, so.
Did you think when you auditioned that you had a chance at it, or how hard was it?
No, when I auditioned for a lot of things, and I know I have no shot. So no, I just I was hopeful, but to be the voice of a station in my own market, it's kind of rare. It's very cool.
You're a radio guy, and you and Adam go way back.
Yeah.
I just about fell out of my chair when I heard you on our air, and I was like, oh my gosh. This guy and I, we used to share a wall between the 2 studios. He worked for 103.7 The Mountain, and I was working at 99.9 KISW. And so our music would bleed over every now and then because we turned the volume up really loud one way or the other.
As you do.
Usually me more than him. He was very
always
polite.
louder.
But so to hear your voice on our airwaves was like, we're working together again. How about that?
Very cool. Very neat.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
Yeah. So now you are here in the South Sound, and you've made your business, you made your life, you stuck it out. You're doing it.
I'm doing it. Yeah, I got out of radio at it seemed like a good time, I guess. I quit my job and to raise my daughter, help raise my daughter, and 21 years later, I'm still doing it. So
congratulations.
That is such a cool thing.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us here live from Allen York Park in Bonney Lake. So many people coming out today.
Oh my gosh, this zip trip has been so fun.
Partying with us here in Bonney Lake.
Bill, that we're going to do another zip trip. We're going to head to Des Moines, and that's coming up in mid-July, around the 19th there, so you can catch us again. It's going to be a great experience. We had so much going on. I want to thank the band, too. Wasn't the band great?
Oh, Bryan Bach and The Crossroads, fantastic. It's a party. Thanks so much for joining us here live from Bonney Lake. We will see you again on Monday morning.
We'll let the band take it away.
Yeah.